What if the creatures luring sailors to their deaths weren't enchanting beauties with flowing hair and shimmering tails, but rotting corpses? Half-human, half-fish revenants with skin peeling like wet parchment, eyes clouded with death, and mouths filled with jagged teeth. Imagine swimming in the open ocean, hearing a song in the distance, soft at first, almost angelic, only to realize it belongs to something long dead, waiting to drag you down into the black abyss. These are the zombie mermaids, nightmares born from the ocean's darkest depths. For centuries, sailors whispered of beings in the sea that looked like women but carried the stench of the grave. Unlike the alluring sirens of Greek myth, these creatures were not beautiful temptresses. They were corpses animated by some oceanic curse, revenants condemned to haunt the waters where they died. Their presence was often linked to shipwrecks, drownings, or entire crews vanishing without explanation. Where ordinary mermaids were said to seduce, zombie mermaids were said to devour. Their origins vary depending on which fragment of folklore you uncover. Some legends claim they were once mermaids themselves, but cursed for feasting on human flesh. Others suggest they were mortal women, victims of storms, betrayals, or jealous lovers, who drowned and returned as twisted hybrids of woman and fish. In Slavic tales, drowned maidens known as rusalki were said to rise from rivers and lakes, their souls restless and vengeful. Sailors across the North Atlantic spoke of sea revenants, bodies that refused to sink, drifting back with tails instead of legs, transformed by the sea. Whatever their source, one thing remains constant: zombie mermaids are a warning of what happens when the sea does not let you go. Descriptions of these creatures are as chilling as the waters they haunt. Their bodies are pale, bloated, and waterlogged, their hair knotted with seaweed and barnacles. Their eyes, milky white, seem blind at first, until they fix upon their prey. Some accounts describe their voices as broken echoes, half song, half scream, like the wind howling through the ribs of a sunken ship. And their tails, though powerful, are said to be torn and ragged, as if decay itself is eating them alive. Unlike traditional mermaids who promise love, zombie mermaids hunt with a hunger that never ends. They swim beneath fishing boats, waiting for someone to lean too close to the water. They circle shipwrecks, gnawing at the drowned until nothing remains but bone. One of the most haunting tales comes from an 18th-century whaling ship, whose sole survivor swore in his journal that he watched his crew dragged under by creatures with faces of maidens and the jaws of sharks. Another story tells of a fisherman off the coast of Ireland who hauled up what looked like a woman's corpse tangled in his net. As he leaned closer, its eyes snapped open, and it let out a rattling hiss before slipping back into the sea. He never returned to the water again. Were these hallucinations brought on by exhaustion and terror at sea, or glimpses of something humanity was never meant to see? Perhaps the fascination with zombie mermaids lies in what they symbolize. The ocean has always been both a source of life and a vast graveyard. It hides more bodies than we will ever know, swallowing ships whole, claiming lives without mercy. Zombie mermaids embody that fear, the idea that death in the sea is never final. They are the corruption of beauty, the inversion of the myth we want to believe, that beneath the waves are enchanting beings waiting to love us. Instead, what if all that waits below are corpses desperate to drag us down to join them? So next time you find yourself on a lonely shore, staring out into the endless horizon, listen carefully. If you hear a voice, sweet but broken, calling you toward the waves, ask yourself one question: is it the lullaby of a mermaid, or the hunger of the dead? Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more. Until next time.